From Ramstein Air Base, an AFN sports presentation, the 1983 USAFE Football Championships. Pitting the Sky Kings of Upper Heyford against the Ramstein Rams. Wind, rain, weather conditions as a whole could be more of a factor here than either team's play. Hi, I'm PFC Stan Kosmowski here with specialist Ron Bruschi. We're glad you could join us today for the USAFE Football Championships. You know, it's rare in any sport when you've got the two best teams competing for the title, and it seems like we've got that today.
We certainly do, Stan. You have two outstanding football teams out here, two different philosophies. Ramstein wants to keep the ball on the ground, whereas Upper Heyford would like to throw the ball. 21 wins, only one loss between these two clubs. Ramstein, big offensive line. They want to use their wishbone, control the ball, and control that clock.
We've got a lot of wind out here today, which should hamper both teams' passing games. The running game should start off well, but the ground's a little bit sloppy. By the second quarter, it should start getting real slippery out there. We'll be back with a kickoff today, right after this.
It's not as easy as pushing a button, and it doesn't happen just because you wish for it. So don't take chances with your education. You can receive financial aid in the form of loans, grants, and work-study jobs, but you must apply early by completing forms provided by your education center. Most federal aid is based on need, yet you may still be eligible for a government loan. Just visit your local education center for forms and information.
Despite rain, gusting winds, and some cool temperatures, we've got a capacity crowd here in Ramstein for this USAFE Championship. Team captains are taking the field for the coin toss, so let's take a moment to run down the officials working today's game. The referee from the Continental Sports Conference is Wally Crane of Frankfurt. The umpire, Fletcher Kinney of the UK Conference. Jojo Gardone, also of the UK Conference, the linesman. Norm Marcus of the CSC, the line judge. The CSC's Pete Petrowski, the back judge. And Gene Underwood's our alternate referee and downskeeper. He's also from the CSC. Well, it looks like Upper Heyford's won the toss, but Ron, it doesn't appear they're going to be receiving that opening kickoff.
They've decided to defend the goal to our viewers' left, so when the fourth quarter rolls around, they will be driving from right to left with the wind at their back. In case they have to try and pass to catch up, they won't be throwing into a stiff breeze.
Les Stewart getting ready to kick off to number 22, the deep back for the Rams, Clint Williams. And we're underway. The kick is short. Tony George underneath the running back fumbles the kick. It's picked up by Williams. He'll bring it back to about the 28-yard line where the Rams will put it in play, 1st and 10.
I talked to head coach Ed Wingate, and he says it will be their strong ground attack that will be the main thrust of their offense in this game.
Today, we're going to start Boyd Udom at quarterback. He's going to run the wishbone. We're going to start Tony George at left halfback. Fullback will be Robert Francis. And starting at right halfback, we're going to start Clint Williams. What we're going to try to do, if we can, we're going to try to run the football. Today is a little wet. The wind is blowing quite a bit. We're going to come out and try to overpower them with our wishbone.
The Rams are in blue, Upper Heyford in white as they take the field. The Rams ball 1st and 10 at the Ramstein 28-yard line. Boyd Alden, the quarterback. Take the snap, pitch out, a bad pitch out to Clint Williams behind the line. He's going to be hit in a hurry. Bo White, Sam Warnick of the Sky Kings in on the tackle. Loss of 8 on the play, bring up a 2nd down and 18 for Ramstein back in their own 20-yard line. Rams, according to Coach Wingate, hoping to use that big offensive line, averaging about 240 pounds a man to move the ball downfield. 2nd and 18. Alden, the keeper, he's going to turn back inside, breaks the tackle. It's a foot race. Alden has a chance to take this one all the way. 2 men that can stop him. Brought down around the 35-yard line of Upper Heyford. Charlie Witt on the tackle. Kent Cargile helping him out. Bo White missed him in the backfield, had a chance to bring him down for a loss. A lot of speed on Alden.
Alden has excellent speed for a quarterback, just what you want in someone who runs the wishbone.
1st and 10, Upper Heyford 35-yard line for the Rams. Up the middle, Bob Francis, the fullback. He's going to break a tackle, take it to the outside. He is in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. They draw first blood, 6-0 Ramstein. Let's take a look at that one again, Ron.
What they did, they had an excellent thrust at the initial point of attack. Good run here by the fullback as he breaks it to the outside, uses good speed, a lot of desire to get in the end zone, but again, the big offensive line moves people out.
Donnie Brown getting set up for the extra point attempt. The kick is up. It's good. Ramstein drawing first blood just 1 minute 5 seconds into the quarter. The Rams lead it 7-0. Upper Heyford, a lot of people stacked on that defensive line. Could hurt them later on. On their first possession, the Sky Kings, despite the scrambling of quarterback Al Jelks, were unable to move the ball a great deal. They failed to move it beyond their 40-yard line. And finally, with a 4th down and a long 2 situation, the Sky Kings opted to make their first punt, give the ball back to the Rams.
Sky Kings may be a bit reluctant to throw on their first possession with that stiff wind in their face.
Harry Nelson back to punt. Clint Williams deep for the Rams. Williams opting not to take the kick. Upper Heyford will down the ball. Rams ball. Let's pick up the action. A 2nd and 9 situation. The ball on the Ramstein 41-yard line. Boyd Outen still the quarterback. Just a few minutes into the first quarter. Hands it off to Tony George, right up the middle. That offensive line pushing people out. Gain of about 4 yards, bring up a 3rd and 5 for the Rams. The big surprise so far, the Rams having no trouble with the Sky Kings defense. A defense that yielded under 3.5 points a game this season. 3rd and 5 for the Rams, the ball on the 45-yard line. Hand off to Clint Williams, another big hole for the Rams. 7 more yards on the pickup. They'll have a 1st down and 10 at the Sky King 48-yard line.
One thing they did on that play, Stan, they used counter motion in the backfield, faking to the one halfback, faking right, then coming back to the left with the other halfback, Clint Williams. Good gain up the middle, and again, we can't emphasize enough that that big offensive line is doing what they said they wanted to do today. Just move people out and use that size.
Headline's doing a job. Another 1st down for the Rams. The ball's at the Sky King 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for Ramstein. They have yet to be stopped in this game. Outen on another keeper. He's going to swing right, get around the outside again. Breaks a couple of tackles. Kevin Shaw, number 67, bringing him down with some help from Levi Johnson. Pickup of 12 yards for Outen. Another 1st down.
Shows the versatility of the quarterback out. He has a good arm, but his forte is running. And if they can, they will use him a lot today.
And he's quick. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Out and up the middle, right through. Hurdles a tackler. He's going to race it into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. It's 13-0. Incredible. He hurdled over safety Charles Wynn to get that one into the end zone. And again, it looked like Upper Heyford had just about everybody stacked up on the front line.
When you have that many people on the line of scrimmage, a quick burst and someone gets through, it's going to be hard to catch them like that.
Here we go. Let's take a look at that one again from our ground level camera.
With Allen at quarterback, they have to respect his running ability. Here, a simple blast up the middle with Allen the ball carrier. You might see a fullback do that, but Allen used a quarterback sneak to go 34 yards for the touchdown.
Bill Rolland getting ready to hold the extra point attempt for kicker Donnie Brown. Kick is up. It's good. Ramstein, 7 minutes into the first quarter with a 2-touchdown lead over the defending USAFE champion, Upper Heyford. But the big factor in this game is not necessarily going to be who scores early, but who can score late. Wind and rain continuing to batter the playing field. Be interesting to see just how much of a factor weather will play as this game progresses. As Brown prepares to kick off to the Sky Kings, let's take a look at what Coach Herb Harrison has in mind for his offense.
Our offensive strategy going in basically is to run at them, which we did. I think we ran at them pretty effectively. Again, we started off very slow. We didn't get really going until near the end of the second quarter.
Unfortunately, the Sky Kings were unable to use that offensive game plan the way they wanted to. Ram defense just too tough. Fred Galloway, their big fullback, stopped most of the time in the first half. In fact, in the next 3 possessions, the Kings would muster little offense, losing the ball each time to the Rams on downs. The longest drive of the first half for Upper Heyford, just 20 yards on their first possession. In fact, Ram defense so tough that Upper Heyford was forced to change their offensive strategy a little bit after giving up those quick 14 points in the first quarter. Quarterback Al Jelks had to take a look downfield, fight into a strong 35-mile-an-hour wind, and on 3 occasions in the first half tried to put the ball in the air. 2 of those passes almost picked off. A 3rd was. However, the interception didn't affect the scoring at all in that first half of play. But that Ram defense just swarmed throughout most of the first half, Ron.
What they're doing, they're crowding the line of scrimmage. They know that Upper Heyford is reluctant to throw into the stiff breeze, so they have a lot of people up on that defensive line trying to stop the run.
In most of the cases, this is how it looked. 3, 4, 5 Rams in on the tackle, completely shutting down that control offense of the Sky Kings.
And even though they are reluctant to throw into the wind, the Kings are, if you can't run, it's going to be very difficult to pass. They're not going to respect your running game, and when you get in long yardage situations, 3rd and long, they will rush very hard.
The Rams did muster another drive into Sky King territory. We're in a 4th and 7. Don Brown will set up to try a 41-yard field goal attempt early in the 2nd quarter. Bill Rolland taking the snap from center. The snap is high. Rolland's going to have to do something, but he's not going to get anywhere. White jerseys all over him. The Kings, however, failed to capitalize, and the 2nd quarter came to an end, not giving those Upper Heyford cheerleaders much to cheer about in the rain.
Halftime here in Ramstein. Boy, I wish I was back in the studios myself.
I can rather imagine a lot of people wish there was someplace warm, but the fact of the matter is it's very hot in the backfield of Ramstein. They're using a great running game, that big offensive line, and just moving people out, especially the running of the quarterback, who was the 4th running back in that wishbone. Coach Wingate said he wanted to use the running game, and using it he is.
We only had 3 passes so far attempted in this game, 2 incomplete, 1 big interception against Upper Heyford. And it looks like Upper Heyford, though, has made some changes. They have stopped Ramstein's running game. They've adjusted a bit. They even started to move the ball toward the end, but whether it'll be enough to score, we'll yet to see.
That's a big question. The other big question is whether or not they can ever get a deep passing game going whatsoever. They tried one deep pass. It was picked off. The wind will not allow anyone to throw deep. It holds the ball up or forces it down. There's just no way you can throw deep today.
Big key right now is we have 1 half to go, but we've got a strong gusting wind. We've got rain. The field is beginning to get a little slippery. Mistakes could happen, and that could turn this ball game around in a big hurry. 14-0 at halftime. We'll be back with the 2nd half of action right after this.
Halftime about ready to come to a close. Ron, let's take a look at what happened in that first half of play.
Running down the stats, it's all Ramstein from the first half. Big edge in first downs. In rushing yardage, no comparison. They outrushed them by 150 yards. Passing department, Rams neglected to even throw a pass, while the Sky Kings were 0 for 2. Punts, no real big difference there. It's the running department of the Ramstein Rams that is the big difference in this ball game.
Boyd out in the game's leading rusher with 105 yards and 12 carries, but 4 of his last 5 carries, he gained either no yards or lost yardage on the play. So the Sky Kings may be adjusting well to that wishbone offense of Ramstein. We'll pick up the action following the second half kickoff to Upper Heyford. Sky Kings now have the ball 1st and 10 at the Rams' 30-yard line. New quarterback for the Sky Kings, number 15, Vic Hambrick. He's going to roll out to the right. Hit from behind. Number 70, the nose guard, Mike Meadow, knocks the ball loose. Picked up by Bob Spencer, all alone into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. It's 20-0.
The one thing that Ramstein wanted to do was use that defense to create big plays. They did that. Now Upper Heyford is in a very tough situation, down 20-0. It's been big plays so far this game, all by Ramstein.
Getting all set for the extra point attempt on the field. Bill Rolland will hold the ball for Donnie Brown. The snap. They're faking it. They're going to take it outside and go for 2. Rolland will not make it outside. Number 10, Lou Walker, brings him down, but 17 seconds into this 3rd quarter of play, and the Rams have built up a 20-0 lead over the 2-time defending USAFE champions. I don't think anyone expected that kind of a margin at this point in the game.
Not at all, especially when you consider that Upper Heyford really hasn't done much all game.
Following a touchback, Upper Heyford has the ball. Hambrick handing off on the play to Fred Galloway, their big fullback. 16 yards up the left side, brought down by Mike Medaw and Paul Pollock. That'll bring up a first down for Upper Heyford before they've got that wind to contend with if they want to get a passing game going. Handoff, number 44, Tim Ray. Off that left side again, big hole, 13 yards, and it looks like the momentum may have turned a bit here.
A little bit. Again, they use counter motion, taking something out of the page from Ramstein's playbook. Fake right, went left, and they're going over their left side for most of their big yardage.
Another first down for the Sky Kings. 1st and 10 on the Ramstein 47-yard line. Upper Heyford moving the ball for the first time, really, in this ball game. Early in the third quarter. Hambrick, the quarterback, takes a snap, hands off to Galloway. They're going to try the right side. Not much there. Picks up about a yard. Mike Medaw on the tackle. Bring up, they actually lost a yard on that play. Bring up about a 2nd down and 11 from the 48-yard line. They've gone to the left twice for big openings. Let's see if they continue to attack that way. Hand off to Galloway. He's going to go just off left tackle. Picks up about 3 yards. There's a flag on the play. Flag's getting thrown late on this one. Let's see. The ball's being spotted just inside the 45-yard line. The penalty is against the Rams. It's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct call. That was after the play was finished. They'll tack 15 big yards onto that one, and you really don't want to have a penalty at this point in the game. Not the Rams.
Not a 15-yard penalty anyway. They had the Upper Heyford Sky Kings more or less bottled up, had them 2nd and long, and now 3rd and long, and hence the penalty. Big first down, and that keeps the drive alive.
That's right. First down for the Sky Kings. Ball's down on the Ram 30-yard line, 1st and 10. And Upper Heyford's been moving the ball in this drive on the ground. Hambrick still a quarterback. Hands it off to Ray, right up the middle. Going to pick up about 4 yards right through the meat of that Ram defense. Upper Heyford did something at halftime, but their offensive line is moving people out.
One adjustment they may have made is they decided not to run wide too often. They tried one outside play in this drive, didn't get any yardage, lost yardage in fact. Ever since then, and the other plays that have been successful have been attacking the middle of the line.
2nd and 6, 26-yard line for the Kings. Handoff to Galloway. Galloway across that left side again. Brought down by the linebacker, Rick Hayden. Eric Heatley, the safety, Paul Pollock back there. Gain of about 7 yards. That'll bring up another first down for Upper Heyford.
As long as that middle running game is working, they can work off of that. They can run their own options to the outside, and if they want to, they can begin to set up a semblance of a passing game if they elect to throw into the wind.
Lee Vaughn and Ron Dick, the left side of that offensive line for Upper Heyford, moving people out in this drive. We've got a 1st and 10 for the Sky Kings down on the 19-yard line. Hambrick hands the ball off. Charles Wynn, the speedster, just come into the game. He'll try that left side again, picks up a couple of yards. Linebacker Rick Hayden, Tom Podgy in on the tackle. Upper Heyford moving the ball without having to resort to a passing game, down 20 points early in the third quarter. Flags on the play. Someone moved. Let's see if the Rams were drawn on that one. Call is going to be against Upper Heyford. Illegal procedure. Move the ball back another 5 yards. That'll make it about 2nd down and 13 from the 22-yard line of the Rams.
Very costly penalty for the Upper Heyford Sky Kings. They have a good drive going, but the penalty forces them into 2nd and long again. This will give the Ramstein defense a chance maybe to put a better pass rush or bring a few more people up to stop the run.
Got a 2nd and 13, 22-yard line. Kings have the ball. They're going to try that left side again. Fred Galloway only going to pick up a couple of yards. Bring up a 3rd down and long, 3rd and about 11. They'll mark it around the 20-yard line, but Upper Heyford really working that left side, attacking Mike Meadow and Tom Podgy of the Rams. Vic Hambrick's going to keep it, roll out to the right, nowhere to go. The cornerback Ron Downey in to bring him down about the 25-yard line. Loss of 5 on the play, 4th down and 16, and they really needed to score on that one.
It was a good play by Downey, the quarterback, coming up and making the hit. It was a good open field tackle. If he gets by Downey, the quarterback, picks up yardage down the sideline maybe, and maybe keeps this drive alive, or at least puts them in a situation where they can go for it on 4th down.
Upper Heyford forced to attempt a field goal. This will be about a 42-yard field goal attempt for Les Stewart. Al Jelks holding. Heyford set for the kick. It's a fake. They're going to try to pick up the 1st down. Jelks nowhere to go. Right in on him quickly. Gary Prey, number 45. He had the 2nd quarter interception, brings down Jelks, and the Rams take over the ball. Neither side showing much offense in the following 2 series. The ball staying inside the Ram 35-yard line. We'll pick up play with the Rams ball. 4th and 10. Backed inside their own 8-yard line. The Rams lining up for a punt attempt. Bill Rolland will be kicking from deep in his own end zone. Rolland averaged 34.7 yards on his punts this year. One of the better punters in the CSC. Here's the snap. Inside, the line broke down. Brian McGonigal blocks the punt. There's a scramble in the end zone for it. Upper Heyford signaling they've got it. Let's wait for the official. There it is. Touchdown for the Sky Kings. Number 67, Kevin Shaw, the man who recovers the fumble. The Sky Kings convert a mistake into points, 20-6. Getting ready for the extra point attempt, Les Stewart. Bad snap. Al Jelks is going to pick up the ball, tossing it into the end zone for Galloway. Tosses it out of bounds. The conversion attempt no good, but it's 20-6, 1:12 left in the 3rd quarter. The Sky Kings are on the ball, but more importantly, they've showed they can move it. Neither side could muster much offense. The Rams no 1st downs in the 3rd quarter. The Sky Kings not faring a whole lot better. They'll be facing a 4th and 12 as we resume play. The ball on the 39-yard line of the Sky Kings. They'll be punting. The deep man for the Rams, Clint Williams. Long kick way back. Williams fumbles the ball. He's knocked out of the play by Lou Walker. Don Francis on the ball. Takes it into the end zone. Sky Kings ball, but it's not a touchdown, Ron.
They're playing by NCAA collegiate rules, which means the ball is dead from where it was recovered. You cannot advance a fumble, no touchdown. Yet Upper Heyford does have the ball inside the 5-yard line. 2 big plays by Upper Heyford on special teams. They blocked the punt earlier, and here they pick up an errant fumble on an attempted punt return. 2 big plays and maybe 2 scores.
Dan Francis, very happy young man, but it's very important the Sky Kings take it in and score right now. 1st and goal from the 3. Hambrick hands off to Galloway, going to try the right side, only picks up about a yard. They've been real successful with the left, and this time they tried to switch it over to the right.
This is 4-down territory, so they can conceivably go for it on 4th down. You'd think they would, being down by 14 points, but they did come back to the right side the first try.
Coach Harrison trying to get him in for 6. 2nd and goal from the 2. Hambrick, the quarterback. Takes the snap. Fumble on the snap. The Rams signaling they've got it. Upper Heyford, though, will keep possession. Loss of about 2 on the play. Costly fumble. You don't want to lose it down there. We got a 3rd and goal right now from the 4-yard line. Hands off to Tim Ray around left side. They're in. Touchdown, Upper Heyford. And they did it the way they've been driving the entire 2nd half, through the left side.
Again, they went to the left side. Sometimes you might go to well once too often, but down that close, they wanted to go behind what they thought were their 2 best blockers, and they did get sacked.
20-12. Extra point attempt. Les Stewart back. The kick is up. It's good. 20-13 the score. We've got about 7:41 left in this game. It's interesting. They went for the single point instead of the 2-point conversion.
I guess they're figuring on the fact they hope to score. They'll have to score 1 more time to win the ball game. And at that point in time, they can either play for the tie with 7 or go for the 2-point conversion and pick up the win.
Following 3 series in which neither team could move the ball, the Rams were forced to give it back to Upper Heyford with just 2 minutes left in the game. The score still 20-13, just a touchdown separating them. Bill Rolland will be punting the ball away for the Rams from his 44-yard line. The punt's away. Upper Heyford is not going to have a chance to return. The ball is down back on the 15-yard line. Upper Heyford, with 1:43 left, has 85 yards to go in order to get this game tied up. And they still have to convert if they score. 1st and 10 for the Sky Kings. 15-yard line. Al Jelks back in at quarterback. He's going to hand off to Charlie Wynn. Going to swing out right to the left using that speed. Nice gain. Missed a couple of blocks on the part of the Rams. 13-yard pickup. Good misdirection play. Gary Prey, Tom Poggi, Bob Spencer all in on the tackle. Another first down. 1st and 10 on the 28-yard line, but the clock continues to run for Upper Heyford. Inside of 2 minutes. Pitch out going back to Tim Ray. He's going to try the right side. Pick up about 4 yards. Tom Poggi on the play. Making the tackle for the Rams. Bring up a 2nd and 6, 32-yard line. Clock continues to run as Upper Heyford is running the ball. Inside of 2 minutes left in the game. Jelks back, flags on the play. Jelks is going to try a pass downfield out of bounds. Pass was intended for Vic Hambrick, overthrown. Check out what the flag is. This could be a very costly penalty just inside a minute 30 to go in this game. It's a procedure call against Upper Heyford. The Rams will decline it. That'll bring up a 3rd and 6 back in the 32-yard line for Upper Heyford. 68 yards away from a score, which could tie this game up. Jelks back to pass over the middle. Joe Libby picks it up. First complete pass of the game. Libby out to around the 46-yard line of Upper Heyford. The clock will continue to run.
It was just a quick pass over the middle, Stan. They fake to the fullback to draw the linebackers in a little bit closer to the line, then just a pop pass over the middle.
1st and 10 for Upper Heyford. They're driving inside. Just over a minute left in this game. Jelks back to pass. Nobody open downfield. Let's go a pass under pressure. Almost picked off by Eric Heatley, the safety. Rick Hayden, Rosie Danielli in on the quarterback Jelks, trying a little pressure. Joe Libby, the intended receiver. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10, the 46-yard line of Upper Heyford. They've still got 54 yards to go for a score. 41 seconds left in the game. The Kings down by 1 touchdown. Jelks takes the handoff. Pitches out, coming around to Charlie Wynn. They're going to use his speed along the outside. Tripped up, the clock continues to run, but it's a 12-yard pickup. Another first down for Upper Heyford. Gary Prey of the Rams in on the tackle. 35 seconds left. Another first down and 10. The ball on the 42-yard line of Ramstein. Jelks back. He's going to scramble out of the pocket, hit to the sidelines. He'll stop the clock. No one open on that play. Pickup of about 2 yards. The ball down on the 40-yard line. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 8.
Come on.
Jelks and the Kings have the wind at their back. They've been using the passing game in this drive. Move the ball downfield. They're set back in the shotgun. The snap. Low snap from center. Bob Spencer on the outside has a hand on Jelks. The ball's loose. 41. Harry Nelson's going to pick it up for the Sky Kings. Flag on the play, and I think they're going to call that an ineligible receiver.
Yes, they are. In fact, they would have been better off, the Sky Kings would have, had the ball simply gone to the ground. It would have stopped the clock as an incomplete pass, and there wouldn't have been any penalty.
14 seconds left. The penalty is on Upper Heyford for an ineligible receiver. Harry Nelson, who was the one who allowed Spencer to get through to Jelks. Penalty declined by the Rams. Loss on the play of about 18 yards. The ball back in the Upper Heyford 42-yard line. It'll make it 3rd and long yardage, but just 14 seconds left, and they've got to go over 55 yards yet for a score. Not impossible. The clock has started. We're down to around 10 seconds, and it doesn't look like Upper Heyford is hurrying back to the line. They may not get another playoff. And that's it. Time runs out. Ramstein, USAFE champs for the first time since 1958. And defensive end Bob Spencer sums up the whole team's feeling.
Desire to win. That's the bottom line, the desire to win. And both teams has that desire to win.
And so Spencer and his teammates take home their first USAFE football title in 25 years. We'd like to take this opportunity to extend our thanks to Norman Brown for a whole lot of technical assistance in putting this special together. And some special thanks to both the Ramstein and the USAFE sports offices for helping us make this job a whole lot easier. And thanks to you for joining us this evening. Once again, Ramstein, the 1983 USAFE football champions. Our final score, Ramstein 20, Upper Heyford 13.